You know what I'm saying? And so it just adds to the pool of people.
The diversity of it.
That's a dope vibe. But what's up, my brother?
Nah, we good.
Easy, man.
Listen, man. Over 20 plus years. Yeah. And it's finally like the first time we actually get to actually sit down.
You know what would be dope if you played the song we did together.
Yo, okay, so I swear to you, I thought about this shit the other day. I told my camera, I said, look, me and Walshy, first of all, we went to college together briefly. And we did a song together. And he's like, oh, so he DJ'd on the song? I said, no, he did the fucking chorus. Yeah. I did the rhyme. It was called Say So.
Yeah, Say So.
Do you remember the chorus?
Shoot a video for it?
No. I don't know.
I got it on a CD somewhere.
No, so I had it on CD. The CD cracked. I found the CD in a storage bin and I went to play it and it wouldn't even load. I said, God damn it. Like if only that CD was still intact.
I think I have it on a CD and I think it's a data CD. Which means that I would just need to find a CD player because that time no one had hard drives. Right. Yeah, man. So you had to get a data CD, and yes, I think that's what I got.
Damn, you gotta look.
I gotta look. And right now my mom is moving, so everything in her attic I gotta go through. So
go see, if you find that.
God bless, I find that, man. Cause that's gold right there.
Gold, yo.
That's gold, man.
But then
that's gold, bro.
We can always bring it full circle and do another record together.
For sure, we should actually.
Which makes me think about your album. A Bang? I say it right?
Bang, yeah, man. A Bang, man. Rest in peace, A Bang Stewart.
There's a person.
Yeah, man. Miami native, man. Original rude boy. Great guy, great chef. Big up to his sister Fiji. And yeah, man, he's who I named the album after. Wow. Yeah, because I used to make fun of his name all the time. And I used to be like, yo, your name is crazy, bro. Like, you know, and him being Jamaican, you know, there's 100 different songs that you can use to make fun of his name, bro. Like, bang, 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 bitty, bang, bang, bing, boy. Like, you know, we used to just go in, but he explained what his name meant and it was just crazy. I was like, oh shit, it's a horn used to communicate long distances. And so then when I was doing this album, I was like, Africa, the Caribbean. And I was like, and he's passed. I was like, man, I gotta make this just, it all just made sense,
So what pushed you to like make an album now? Like what was the thought process?
Yeah, so crazy, right? Well, you know, it's just like you're surrounded by people that are constantly moving. And you're surrounded by people that are inspiring you. So I won't take the credit. I was definitely inspired by the people around me. I won't name one because I got to name them all, but every person around me, because I've cut everybody that's not moving forward. Everybody. Like if you not doing something that makes me say, wow, constantly, we just will never be friends. Right. And you know, that's what my friend circle was, you know, in Carroll City, growing up in Carroll City, that was what my friend circle was. So now I'm surrounded by people that are constantly, wow. So naturally, I just got inspired one day after dropping, I did a song with, first I did a song with Marshall, Wizkid, and Runtown called Bend Down Pause. And then after that I did No Laziness with Bungie Garlin and Ketchup. And after I did that, there was a bunch of people that were kind of like saying to me like, yo man, you know, this is something. Africa and the Caribbean is something. And so like I said, my creativity just started going. And then I dropped a third song called Show You Off by World. And when I dropped that, that's when it really started to make sense. One, that this had to be a big project in order to get the weight that I needed, right? Because when you drop singles, it drops, people move on. It drops, people move on. Right. That's why these guys still drop albums. Right. Because there's a story you can tell. People want to get the full story. So I was like, I gotta drop an album that has a more weight, but then also, but Show You Off. Show You Off was not for the clubs. So that's when I was also saying, you know what? I gotta start making music that's not for the club. Because me as a DJ, all I'm thinking about is rocking the club. If I can't play it at a club, I can't fuck with it. That's my original mentality. Right. So now it's like, all right, well, I gotta get something that the club will fuck with, and I gotta get something that just goes to the radio or just stays in the ears of people who love music. Because you know, good music finds good people, you know? So it's that was the formula. And then it just started moving, man. And I was like, yeah, this is it. Got to do an album. So 3 years in the making. Wow. Yeah, man, 3 years in the making.
I think my favorite record on there, the one I play all the time, I don't know if you've seen the videos on IG stories, is Excellent.
Yeah, I just did a video of a little white kid in Africa dancing to it, man. It's so funny. But that's probably going to be the next song I do a video for. Because the song just bad. The only problem with doing videos is Africa and the Caribbean, when did these guys ever get together? So I might just have to do a video without them. But either way, that's definitely going to be my next video.
You know, it makes me, when you say, you know, about not being a singles artist, like making a whole cohesive project, like, you know, that's my approach to making music too. It's always been is like, I'm a body of work type of artist. you know, and it's being in this DJ game for, you know, over now 10 years and everybody knowing me as a DJ, I'm now trying to shift their thought process to understanding me as an artist. And I feel like the best way I can do that is to give them a cohesive body of work. You know, they're not gonna get that. They're gonna think I'm a fly by night trying to be a rapper by just one song. So
man, and that's not what you want to do, man. And I think that, you know, people will get the depth of the message, man, when you drop an album. Cause trust me, it take a lot to go listen 13 songs, bro. You gotta really fuck with this guy. You know what I'm saying? And so when I'm gonna drop a single, though, it quick for say, yeah, that was cool. But when you drop an album, now they're like, damn, do I really like this guy or not? You
and
know
if
what?
I do like him, I'm gonna sit with this and digest it. And,
Yeah, man. If I don't like it, cool. It's all good. If I don't like that guy, cool. It's all good. I don't really think any of us would ever be offended if, you know, with the honesty of, you know, Walshy Fire, a bang, it's just not for me. Cool, absolutely. But I realize that the people who do really fuck with me or the music that I make, they appreciate the depth, you know, instead of me just giving them surface level stuff all the time.
Right. I mean, I can't think of anybody else who has put together a project in that genre.
No, I'm the first.
You're the first one.
I am the first. But also, again, I have to give credit to everyone around me who's inspired me. And to all the elders before me that have put out great bodies of work that have inspired me. You know, from Fela Kuti to Miriam Makeba, all the way, you know, to Peter Tosh and, you know, and Bounty Killer and Beanie Man. You know, there's just so many people, and I've just kind of brought it together. So
let's take it back. Like, I want to go back to Tallahassee, like, because I remember you meeting you as first of all part of CSA.
Yeah, man.
Student Association, right? And then
man, we ran the streets, bro. CSA was no joke. What school you went? What school y'all went to?
No, Miami Beach.
Bumbleclaw, you got charger too?
Yeah.
You not even have to say that, man. What school you go?
Port Anderson, probably.
Bumbleclaw, you go too far. Did y'all go to college here?
We'll go Miami did.
Miami did. Okay, them did have a deep CSA too, but you see, anyway, they go like little further, like BCC or Orlando or Tallahassee, dog. CSA did CSA, we are run the whole of Florida, dog. Anything we are move, we say, yo, Tallahassee, I say, yo, family, I said, oh, everything we are govern the whole thing. That was the days, bro. Big up to J Will, who's here, man. He's coming out to Koyo Taco tonight, man. The legendary J Will.
Because I was thinking, like, seeing you DJ in Mount Zion, right? It was like a little Jamaican restaurant, and then they had the back section.
Yeah. Do you remember when there was no back section? Do you remember the build out? So for anybody who might not realize, there was a Trinidadian guy named Nigel who also lives here now. He lives in Fort Lauderdale. He opened up a restaurant, a Trinidadian restaurant in Tallahassee, right? By himself. Came down from New York, from Brooklyn, opened up this thing in Tallahassee. It was just a restaurant. It had a little storefront, and then the side had some seats where we then ended up turning into a party. Right. There was walls everywhere, and every single semester he would knock down a wall. So what you ended up seeing was a big room. Yeah. But it was not that. It was a little kiosk. Right. And him knocked on the first wall, then him knocked on the second wall, and then him I think I just one bathroom did have, I think him did add a next bathroom, and then him one work, you know. And then he added an outside patio. By the time I believe someone got killed there, and that was what killed that party, the club. But by the time, at the peak of it, we would get, on a Friday, we'd get maybe 600 to 800 people in.
Which was nuts, because I remember walking from campus, from my dorm down to there, and, you know, being Guyanese, like, I grew up in a soca household. But so you were really like my first exposure to a dance hall party. I never, you know, 18 freshman year, I'd never been to one before. Yeah. So a lot of my initial beginnings of dance hall vibes came out of you know, 20 years ago.
Yeah,
you
man,
know
and
what I
think that's probably lots of people that could say the same story, man, and be like, yo, Walshy, you met me first. No, because remember now, this was a dance hall. Yeah. This was a crib. No lights. There was nothing pretty. Yo, the wall was sweating. Yeah. You know, you hear people bang on the wall. They banging on the roof. You know, if you know, we had the little fold out table. They hit the table too hard. The turntables dropped. You know, this was nothing pretty, man. You know, and for us to be talking about Crew and Y, and this was the complete opposite, man. This was like, you know, real roots vibes. So, to be honest with you, what I was able to do, I think, me, Disco Neil, Apocalypse Zone, Who else was there? Shiloh Sound.
Wait, Disco Neil was at in Tallahassee?
Disco Knee is in Mount Zion OG.
What?
Me and him played there every Friday, bro.
Oh shit.
When you see him tonight, ask him, dog. Ask him.
Oh shit.
And he's gonna go like this. Yeah. So Disco got a little attitude. He'll be like, yeah, I was there every Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, Disco was my selector. I MC Disco Mix. Record days, of course. Of
course, yeah.
We go into TJ's DJs and getting records.
Yeah,
Shout out to TJ doing big things, big up. When Jay Quick used to work there. Yeah, man. So, we started off, man, and from I said we went from the little room to the big room to the big room. But the reason why that party did well is because I was able to speak the language of so many people. And there's no way Caribbean people could have made that be 800 people, because there's only a couple hundred of us. Right. But it was the fact that that everybody from Chicago would go there and be like, man, he's gonna play some Chicago house. Everybody from DC would go there because they say he's gonna play go-go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from New York was like, yo, he's gonna represent. So because I went to Clark Atlanta and I got I really started to watch the local culture, the cultures of the local parts of America, the urban cities of America. And I could be like, yo, I totally understand what Baltimore is. I totally understand what New Jersey is. Now, how do I take that to a party and that every single time I see 14 Philadelphia dudes walk in, I know exactly what to play for them so that they'll come every Friday.
So here's the thing now. So how did you end up from Clark to FAM?
Well, I graduated Clark and then I wanted to go to grad school, but I worked at IBM in between. And I hated that job. Yeah, so I quit, and then I was like lost, and I was like, yo, this I don't know what the fuck to do with myself. And I will tell anybody, I won't say I was going through like no depression or nothing like that, but I was just confused as hell, man. And I was just like, John No Star, if this is what life is, I don't want no part of it, man, because corporate life sucks, big time. And that job that killed me, man. You lie to people every day, you backstab every day, you fighting for your life every day. It's pole position. So I can honestly say that my actual real core friend group were the ones that was like, yo, just go back to Florida, bro. Just go back to Florida. And so they were all going to school in Tallahassee. Right. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna apply for grad school in Tallahassee. Right. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's exactly what happened. So I was like, I'm gonna go to grad school in Tallahassee. So FAMU it was, because I'm just totally HBCU'd. And then my friends were there, and I actually got grounded again, got back my humor, got back my senses, and got lit.
Cause you're from Carol City
originally, so they were all up there already. All up there, yeah, but I went to N&B too. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, Chargers. For life.
So now that made me gotta ask you this shit, right? Because I had this conversation with somebody because I live down south.
Kendall.
Right.
Oh, man.
And where they said, you don't live in Miami, you live down south. Now, I remember going to the mailbox, looking at mail, and on the mail, on the address, it always said Miami, Florida.
Yeah, man, but you know what it is, though, man? It's like a respect thing, If you live in the north side of Miami, you know, say at the top of top, dog. So they just trying to belittle you, the South Miami. And South Miami dudes might feel the same way. They might be like, nah, we are the top of top. Because, you got Ghouls, Perrines, you got 152nd, Naranjas, Homestead, Richmond Heights. So for me, when I used to go down there, I used to be like, this is a weird place. I used to be like, why is it so different from the Northwest and Northeast Miami? It's so different. But then I realized, yo, it's far away, bro. You start hitting roads like Quail Roost and fucking Erica and Marlin Road. Yo, you out there, and then if you go west, Pussy Clot, you start reach out Redlands on some of them places, dog. And they hood too, so you can't really like diss them, but at the same time, if you grew up anywhere off 183rd Street, you just think you're the top of top, man. You just feel like you're the boss.
It's Northwest 183rd or Northeast.
Northeast or Northwest, man. You just feel like you're at the top. So you just ended up always just kind of like dissing anyone that didn't come from them areas. And then like say maybe somebody from like Liberty City or Overtown would diss we because them say, nah, man, on another real top of top. But one thing for sure, man, is in my opinion, see 183rd Street, man, it's a weird golden corridor, bro. The amount of talent that came off of that, and especially in my opinion from the Norland area. Yo, the amount of people that I know that are major right now. You know, Keisha Kayor, you know, she went to Norland. Yeah, man, you know, she went to Norland. You know, X amount of NFL players, of course. You know what I'm saying? All went to Norland. Lots of people in all kind of entertainment came from Norland, man. Big up to Black Shadow. You know, they built the Buzz Rhythm. Just give me the light. Was in my class at Norland, because I went to Norland first, then went to NMB. Wow. Yeah, man. Norland was a weird mecca of, it's like an all Jamaican high school. Okay. You know, and that's why my mom was like, nah, you got to get out of here. Right. You know, because first I went to Carol City. My mom was like, hell no, too much Yankee. Then I went to Norland. My mom was like, yo, what the fuck? She dropped me off, and it was just me, a linen suit and Paco jeans. And she was like, yo, nah. She was like, nah. So then her and all the other families that were in my area that were Trinidadian, Jamaican, and Guyanese were all like, yo, we sending these dudes to NMB, you know? So, but Norland had this special thing happening, man, and so many DJs that you know, like Juxie, English Fire went to Norland, Richie D went to Norland.
Is that where you met the Black Chinese, like Willie and them and Black Chinese?
Because they're from South, so I met them at a party called Stages.
I remember hearing about Stages.
Yeah, so when I graduated FAMU, my friend Roger B was like, Roger B went to Norland, graduated Norland. Roger B's a big time photographer now. Roger was like, yo, because I was doing Mount Zion, but what did that really mean?
Right. So you didn't know Black Chinese during that time? Oh, okay.
No, of them.
But not, yeah.
Yeah, but what does that mean, right? Like, okay, so you're doing Mount Zion, that's nothing. That's just Tallahassee. Nobody cares. So then it's like John Star. When I came back to Miami, it's like I started at the bottom. Like I hit this reset. Like I almost wanted to stay in Tallahassee, just to keep winning. Right. But winning in that little pond, you know. So yeah, man. So then I say, yo, I'm gonna go try that thing, and he was like, yo, man, this is a true story, by the way. I don't make nothing up, bro. If I got stories, if y'all want stories, man, I don't know how long this gonna be, but yo, y'all want stories, I'm the dude. Yo, there's a true story, brother. Let me tell you, say, yo. Roger say, yo, you need to go at this party, them Stages, dog. Are the wickedest thing. I never heard of Stages, right? He's like, yo, this is the shell down, dog. He said, yo, it's gonna be like 5,000 people, all inclusive. Me a pretty girl, me a blood clot, top. Every promoter gonna be there. You gotta go to this shit. So me did I plot. I said, the fuck me I gotta do? I ain't got no car. I have records, but I don't know nobody. I know nobody. Yeah. Man, Roger did it. And I said, you know what, man? Or either Roger said it. I was like, yo, let's borrow your mom's car and just go there mad early. And walk in with the records like we supposed to.
Supposed to be there, yeah.
Sure as hell, man. Reach at the bumble clock dance, 9 o'clock, dog. Dance I done 4 or 5 o'clock, you know. Reach at the dance, 9 o'clock. Stage not built yet. Security I shuffle around and then they putting up gates. Yeah. And here I come. I had my records in Home Depot boxes. You know, the 45 them, and then I had a little 12-inch rack or something that car. You know? And me and Roger walking and pussy clock. No trouble, dog. Smooth as fucking ice, just skated in. Yo, when we reach at the fucking stage, you know, the man I say, yo, you want to test out the thing? I said, yeah, sure. I put the record on, man. Yo. Just like that, I started playing music, and that was it. Nobody reached that dance until maybe 11 o'clock midnight. Because they're my star. Right. And it's the biggest dance. So if the doors open up at 11, the place almost ran by 12. Because people that want to drink them liquor, because it's an expensive dance. Yeah, man. Yo, let me tell you, say, yo, every single one of those 3 promoters, Alex, Gary, and Jamie, all 3 of them came up to me individually and thumped off my fist. I was like, yeah, man, wicked, man, good. But I could see their mind was saying, man, I got a great team because somebody hired this guy. Right. Somebody on my team knew that this party was going to be full by midnight and knew that the other DJs would not be here by that time.
Yeah, good, somebody to open.
What a great team I have. Right. They didn't know I came in there by myself. They didn't know who the fuck I was. I didn't know who they were. So when they coming up to me and touching my fist, I don't know who they are. Right. And at the same time, I just went, and then at the end of the night, I met Bobby that night. And Bobby said, yo, he saw me juggling early. He said, yo, your body, know. And at that time, Black China was the biggest thing. Yeah. He's like, yo, we need a new selector, man. Would you like to do a show? Sat down with Dubs. Within a month, I was doing my first show, Final Scratch. I had to go buy a laptop. Shit. Yeah, my Dubs was like, yo, we use Final Scratch. I had to go buy a laptop. I never owned a laptop. Wow. Had to go buy a Sony Vio and go touch the road. Yeah, man. I went to Montreal. I did my first show. Montreal, when I reached out to dance, the man said, yo, I don't give a fuck what that is. You not plugging nothing out to plug in no final scratch. He wasn't having it. I said, no problem. It's a good thing I brought my records. So I brought my records just in case. And yeah, man. Yeah, man. On that night there, gunshot bust. Yo, what a crazy night that was. That was also the night that I ran into an old ex-girlfriend of mine in a restaurant in Montreal. What the hell she was doing in Jamaica? She left Jamaica, moved to Montreal, and was bartending. And I went there to get a meal. And I was like, yo, there's no way. This is reality. Right. And then we just started kicking it off again. And yo, that was some great years, man. Fun.
How many years you spent in Black China?
Maybe 12, 13. Yeah, man. That had to be, when did I mean, I had to have left, Tallahassee early.
I left Tallahassee in 02.
So then I had to have left 02 or 03. I had to have left right after that, yeah.
And from then, like a few months down the line, then the Black China happened? Damn. Because how do you make the transition from Black China to Major Lazer? Like, how do you even...
Well, Diplo was a fan of Black China. That's how big Black China was. Black China was a big thing. It was a big deal. And so, yeah, he just asked me after his other MC left, he was like, yo, you want to do a couple shows? Me and him were friends. And I was like, yeah, let's try it out. And from that, it just went.
But then you were still a part of Black China or no?
Right. So that was like a testing thing. And then Black China was still kind of running the streets. But I will say it was just the newness of it. After doing Black China for like 12, 13 years, it was the same, same club, same, yeah, man, it was fresh. And I felt like that was what I needed. So I just made that more of a priority.
Do you feel, I remember the message you sent me on the DM about the night we DJ played together and like inspiration and everything.
Yeah, man, what was that, at Shush Lounge? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell y'all, man, here's a crazy thing, man, is I was the DJ and he was the rapper. And then he now is a way better DJ than I am, guys. I'm not lying to you. He's a way better DJ than I am. Maybe I'm still a good MC, but yo, this guy is a way better DJ than me. Transitions, things that he says for each song are so relevant. The story that's being told, the journey that's being told through the music. Because if you don't have that, you don't have a good night.
Those are the things that most people don't even understand.
They don't understand that. Like I tried to, I don't want to sound like the old heads, but, I tried to teach a DJ the other day because like, I don't want to leave this legacy behind and not have young dudes take it up and be able to carry it. Because if I do that, it'll be a whole new energy and the kids will love it, but I'll be sitting back like, yo, this is whack. So like there was a DJ I had I bring to Koyo Taco all the time. I'm gonna watch him DJ one time. And what I saw him doing was a lot of BPM matching, right? So him would just say, all right, well, this is 80, that's 80, and that's 80. It don't matter. That's it.
It just matches, so play it.
So I can mix it.
Right.
So I was like, yo, here's a problem though, is you played one New York song, you played one LA song, and then you played one Atlanta song. And I was like, yo, you'll tell a way better story if you put those New York songs together and make people's brain remember a moment. If you take those Atlanta songs and you put them together. If you play, Waka Flocka, and then you play like, I Ain't Never Scared, and you play some shorty, whatever his name was, and some what the fuck in my name? All My Girls Jacket. If you put all these Atlanta songs together, people will much rather remember. It's kind of like playing Stanky Leg, Dougie, Walk It Out, Swag Surf together. You tell a better story that way. So, and to see his face is accepted. He understood. He was accepting it, He was receptive to it, but I was baffled at how that wasn't clicking on his own. But then I realized when you are digitizing the format, you then take away a lot of the creativity. Because now you're giving somebody so much. It's kind of like what they say about like repatriations. They say, man, repatriations is an okay idea, but if you give black people money, man, will they just fuck it up? Will they just go and like how Dave Chappelle was like, yo, they out here buying babies. Will they just not know what to do because they don't have the education on what to do with the money once they get it? Probably. You got to educate them. So, what I'm saying? The fact that this stuff is just given to them digitally, and they don't have the education and the experience to know what to do with it. Once they get it, they just flop all over the place with it.
That's it's interesting.
That's what you were saying about
No, well, even in that, like, it's interesting because I went through so many. This is year 11 for me, right, of DJing, and the first 3 or 4, the amount of hate that I received was so, like, almost overwhelming for me, and I couldn't understand why. Number one, people saying, "Oh, well, if you never carried crates, you're not a real DJ." They used to say that a lot. They said, if you are not a turntablist, you're not a real DJ. And I looked at it like, okay, I equate it to basketball, right? Like the sport, like the skill level of basketball. One player can dunk, one can cross over, one can shoot threes, one can do everything. But the one that can only shoot the three, Steph Curry, but can't necessarily dunk, does that make him less qualified to be in the NBA than a LeBron James who can do everything? Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, so it's like, okay, my strength is telling a story, blending, and creating moments. Right. My weakness would be the turntablism part of it. Right. Like, I can scratch and all that, but I can't do it at the level that I've seen people do it.
I see a Crazy or Jazzy Jeff, and I'm totally in awe. Or DJ Puffy, all friends of mine, and I can say they're gods, they're lords in their craft. And they can tell great stories too, So yeah, I totally agree with you on that, man. I'm a great storyteller. I'm a great, I'm a great driver for the ride. And I want to say, man, I've watched some of the best DJ culture in New York, Kid Capri. I've watched these guys when they were at the peak of their thing. And watch them tell stories. Like I always tell the story about the first time I was like, if I'm gonna be a real DJ, I'm gonna move to New York. I moved to New York, staying at my friend's house in Canarsie, Dagadon, rest in peace, Dagadon. And Daga was like, there's a party on the docks, DJ Culture's DJing it. I was like, all right, boom, let's go, right? And Culture starts to play old songs I had never heard that lift up the fucking place. I'm the only one with my arms folded, because I don't get it. Right. I'm literally like, what are these songs? He's playing I Want to Thank You, Heavenly Father. He's playing Alias, Follow Me. He's playing Burke, Keep Rising to the Top. He's playing Hot Doom Doom Doom, Hot Music. Songs I never heard before. Right. And I'm talking about the place, the place, when they play hot music, dog, and mere footwork, man, them start, boom, boom, boom. And I said, my ears were like, what is this? Right. But if I had heard that song, I would have said those are great songs. But he played it in a way that the story made sense to it's like me, I watch a movie or a documentary, let me say that. I felt like I was watching a documentary. Right. I got it. I didn't have to live in 1483. Right. I got it. Thank you, documentary, for telling me what happened in 1483. Right. The man played the New York energy in a way that when he was done, now for shake off him, man. I said, brother, this was the wickedest experience I could have ever had. And he was just like, man, like, yeah, cool. But Dagger was like, man, just my young son right here, man. He's, what I'm saying? He just moved up here, man. You know what I'm saying? He needs some work, man. You got something for him, man. You got something like, you know what I'm saying? Young Panamanian Dagger, big up, man. The real hustler. And, and dude was like, man, come to Beach Street tomorrow. You can work at Beach Street. So I ended up working at Beach Street just because I went out and extended my hand and told him like, man, I got what you did. Right. And I think he saw me as a person that could possibly work at Beach Street then, because he was like, oh, well, you get it then. And that's what I want to say is I then do the same thing. I know Miami music like the back of my hand. So for me to not explain to somebody the importance of an Uncle Al, the importance of a Jam Pony, the importance of Two Live Crew, the importance of Gucci Crew, the importance of Miami Bass and sound systems and Barry White, and like trying to tell somebody why Barry White's Look at Her or King Kong song are important. Right. It's better off said when I'm behind two turntables and I got your attention. Exactly. I can really to give you that documentary and make you say, I think I get it, you know, versus me just standing here and playing it.
Right.
But definitely, you know, the storytelling part of the DJ thing is just very important, and it's not what everybody can do. And if that's just not your strength, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
You think because you know, I know the rum and bass is like is your party, it's your presentation, and it's such a. First of all, I love playing it. Every time I get to touch that room, I love it. You know, because the energy in there is just something that's really, it's unmatched anywhere in the city. And because it's such a condensed space, you being who you are at this stage of your career, being around the world, doing these huge crowds and festivals and everything, what continues to motivate you to come back and do
A tiny room, and you know.
Because you get the it's like practice, bro. It's like, yo, you on the court, you know, and it's not a game that matters. At this point, you just scrimmaging. It's a scrimmage for me. You know, if something sucks, I feel it immediately. And I can try anything out. So, you know, I tell a lot of people, they see me, it's very difficult to explain to somebody when you do something every single night, that you do it every night. For them, it was a one night explosion. Right? So many nights after a party, people come to me like, yo, Walsh, bro, that was insane tonight. That was crazy. That was life-changing. And I'm just like,
It's another day at the office.
I did that last night.
And the night before that.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Right.
It's literally nothing to me at this point. Like, I am on the same like consistency level every night, where I have to take your you know, accolade and your blessings that you're giving me, and I have to remind myself that you weren't there last night. So those couple thousand people that walked up to me last night and said the same thing, they're not here tonight. You're here tonight. And it's one of those things where rum and bass allows me, like a comedian, to test out material. So MCing, right? Because I don't really DJ that much there. But MCing like a comedian, that's just, you know, like kind of why they say like, yo, comedians will say like, yo, don't bring cameras to their show because they're going to use these same jokes for 6 months. I do the same thing. I'm like, yo, I really don't want people in here with the cameras because I'm testing speeches. I'm testing how can I push MCing to a next level? You know, how do I push the boundaries on MCing, which is probably not something too many people do. I think I'm one of a very few small people that's thinking of things to say at a party all the time. I'm always trying to push that boundary. And then I'm always trying to think of ways to say it within a bar count. So if I'm DJing a dance hall party, I can get my speeches down to a 2-bar count, where I can say something in 2 bars, maybe even 1 bar, that makes so much sense to that song that when that song dropped, the place mash up. Hip hop songs, I try to keep it within a 4. If it's a very important song like Meek Mill, you know, Nightmare, Dreams and Nightmares, you gotta go, you know, you gotta give it a long speech. But I've mastered that, you know, and that's the kind of skill I can't wait to find somebody to hand that to, because nobody wants to talk anymore. So it's very difficult to find somebody with the courage to say, yeah, I'll talk all night. I'll talk.
You know, for me, it's a tug of war for me, because when I first started spinning, I was scared to get on the mic. And then like when I was doing Love Hate, Classic Sundays, Love Hate, and Self-Born and them would be like, nigga, you a rapper. Why the fuck don't you get on the mic? Like, you know, but I was like, I don't know. You know, fast forward 2-3 years, I fell back into my MC mode, and you know, but now it just becomes a thing where it's like, I know I'm good on the mic, I know I can MC, but I'm almost like, nah, but it's about this fucking music that I'm playing. Like, fuck the but how, so, but you saying it's almost as equally as important when it's done right to have that MCing component.
Correct. So I'll give you another example. This is something right here I said on my DJ City interview the other day. There's certain rooms. The room matters first. Definitely. You know, you can't just chat in a certain room, and in a certain room you have to chat. Right. So the room matters. But if you get a room that's like an average room, and you do say something like I'll give you one of our classic sayings, right? Something that you and I have been saying for years. Everyone that's over a certain age, put your hands in the air, right? Classic DJ 101, guys, right? You're always going to get, as we say, a forward. Yeah, man, as we say in the Caribbean, a forward, a response. No matter how many times you hear that, you're going to get a response, to the point where I feel insulted saying it to you guys. Because now, did you guys want me to push the envelope on this or not? Right? You want this to evolve or not? You know, but let's just keep it there, right? So I say, yo, everybody in the house that's over 23, put your hands in the air. Okay, you get your response. If your following song is a good oldies song, the response you would have got from just dropping that song to the response you got from first saying, if you're over 23 years old, do you remember this? And then dropping the song, totally different. Yo, you just drop the song, you're gonna get a forward. You say, do you remember this before you drop the song? The place lift up.
Right.
Then if you take it to the further levels, right? So I've been pushing the envelope on this part where I would begin to diss people in the party. Because when you diss people in the party, the people you're not dissing get louder. They get more aggressive. They get more in tune to Wagwan. So if you say, yo, if you're 18 or 19, go to the bathroom. Now, everyone that might be 18 or 19, and we all know that these parties are 21, so we're not talking to anyone, right? Psychology, right? So anyone who's close to that 18, 19 age, anyone that's 21, they might be like, man, I'm not 19 though, so I'll stay. I'll hear him out. But anyone who's over 23, like I already represented, I've already drew a line. Now they're like, yo, tell these fucking jits, man. Goddamn, tell these kids, we in this bitch. Now play some shit to make me really turn up. Now it went from here to here, because now I've upped it, right? Then we up it again. And we say something like, you know what? If you're over 23, and you know that the person next to you don't know this next song. Yo, right now it's a shaky room. Right now everybody's like, yo, is it me? You know, because now I've divided the room up again to where now the 23s are against the 23s, right? So everybody that's in that bitch is now looking like, shit, will I know this song? The fear that I've just put in that room. And psychology is, you play a song you know they're gonna know. You would never play a song they don't know. You play a song that's 100,000% going to be known, but the fear that you injected before you played that song now took the fucking forward to the roof. Now the room is explosive. Now, yo, man, toupee flip off and all kind of fucking, you understand? And it's all because the psychology of being able to DJ and at the same time speak on the mic makes this shit a movie. Right? And I understand that psychology probably better than anyone else in the game right now.
Now, how many MCs and or DJ do you think have it broken down to a science like that? Not many. Not many at all.
I don't even know if I can name 3.
Exactly.
But big up to all DJs out there. This is no slight. This is no diss. This is no, old head trying to be like, yo, at the end of the day, I really hope that somebody reaches out to me and is like, yo, can I shadow you? Can I come to Koyotaka when you're there? Can I go early in mic? Can I, I'm looking for an MC, brother, because I have yet to see somebody that is passionate about MCing as I am. And as the people before me were. Yo, you ever watch Kid Capri on the mic, man? He's like, you know what I'm saying? And he's sweating. And he's like, yeah, yo, we're in Brooklyn, and he's going in. You're just like, oh fuck, man.
That's why he's still doing that shit after, for so long.
Vinyl too. Which is crazy, right? You see, go with 8 fucking crates of records. You're like, goddamn, bro. But at the end of the day, I watch this shit go from the highest level of uniqueness to everyone can pick it up and be a player now, and that dilutes the whole thing. So, what do you do to stand out, right? MCing is a good way to stand out. It's a good way to show personality, because that's really why people love you. It's because they go, Fly Guy made me laugh. Fly Guy got personality, right? I got that shit on lock. I mean, man, like one thing that I did. I remember one night I tested out this material, and like I said, I do look at it like a comedian, right? I tested out this material, And now I've perfected it. I might just do it tonight just cause. But now I got this bit that I've been doing the last couple of months. And if you've been to Koyo Talk on a rum and bass, you see me do it. Where I find the female who stands out the most. I wait until I can get a chance to get her seen by everyone else. I stop the music and I then say, yo, everybody hold up. I can't do this shit much longer, man. Every single fucking time I was about to say something on the mic, I was like fumbling, losing it. And it's all because of this female right here. You are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Yo, when I tell you, brethren, and everybody turns around, and mind you, the psychology is, there's gotta be somebody that you would never really say that to. Right. Or sorry, not you would never really say it to, but it's gotta be somebody that everyone else would not think that's who you're talking about. Right? The super tall girl, or maybe the girl that's a fluffy diva, you know, or the girl with that has the natural hair and isn't really like trying to be like all like clubby, you know? You find that girl, you stop the music and you applaud her for being as beautiful as she is. And you're not lying, you're being sincere, but her beauty is undeniable because she's different than anyone else in the room. Man, you want to turn the corner on energy in the room? Do that shit. The whole energy of the room changes. Now what do? Yo, you play a Maxwell.
Killer.
Done the play. Yo, play a mash up, you know, dog. Play a mash up. You play a Ron Isley. You play something that just, you're guiding the next 5 songs. Right. You young lady. Right. She'll be embarrassed at first, but her homegirls will be like, wow, that was so cool of him. Not only that, then you got a fan for fucking life. You think she not coming every fucking week? Right. Suck on the mother. When I think she not come every week, there's a big science to the thing, you know, and that's a big part of my success.
So what do you think is like next for you? Like what's
big question, man. Big shout out to Concord. I signed a major record label deal yesterday. Yesterday? In Manhattan.
Congratulations.
So I came down to last night from Manhattan, big publishing deal, which means so let me be clear, publishing deal with Concord, and we'll most likely be working on a record label deal with Mad Decent, a sub-label deal, which means I'll be able to take these ideas that are in my brain of promoting Africa and the Caribbean, let me say the diaspora, and I'll actually be able to have a budget and a machine to make it happen, because before it's just me, you know, so that's the goal now, man. It's just stop dipping out my own pocket, you know, and actually have a machine, a team of people that are working on the project to make it big and blow a lot of the talent up that I've seen come up. You know, I've been blessed to be able to have that song Toast with Coffee. I've been blessed to be able to have, oh man, why is my brain like, what's the fucking last song I did, man, before Coffee, dog? Oh, to have Not Tell Nobody, which was a big dancehall hit in Europe. I did a song with Vegas, which is a big hit in the Latin market. I've been able to find my way on my own. And I think that's why they reached out, because they were like, yo, he's doing it on his own.
Easy Beats produced Coffee, right? I mean, on Toast, He produced on not my last project, but the project before that, he produced a record on it.
Great guy, great fucking producer, like just dope all around. And he also got a publishing deal with Sony.
And I didn't know when he came to the studio. He came through my boy David Lynn, and he's like, yeah, I'm bringing my man Izzy through. I was like, all right, cool, play some beats.
I think, right, something like that. Yeah. I think they're I think their parents married. Okay. They're not brother sister, but my stepbrothers.
Yeah, man, that's dope. But
they both live in they live on 183rd Street too. They went to American high school.
Damn.
Yeah.
North is really doing
183rd Street, man. I'm telling you, there's something about that street, man. Something fucking awesome about that goddamn street. But yeah, man.
This has been dope, man. I didn't want this shit to be all like formal and like interviewing my brethren and like
man.
Sit down and catch up and chop up, because 20 plus years eventually we never really had a chance to really like just,
man.
Talking.
How often do you do these?
It's the first.
Big up.
You know what I mean? Like this is the first. You know. Yeah, man. I don't know if I'm doing any more, but you know, because I don't have these kind of relationships with many people, but we go back. So.
Well, you know what, man? You got links with people. Once you can get a chance to sit down and talk with somebody, I think you'll bring the best out of them in an interview. So, don't stop, man. People want to see this kind of content. They want to hear what their favorite, people are saying. They want to hear what you're saying. They want to hear your thoughts, man. Yeah. And, it's just 2 camera guys, 3 cameras, upload, and we're off and running, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's much more work than that, guys. I'm just simplifying it. But, if you have guys like these that can, man, because I came late, guys, I'm sorry, and them man, they're still there, I wallet, so, and I got to go to my party too. So it's like, yo, we made this happen.
Because I got to go play too. I'm supposed to be.
Oh yeah. My God, you're talking, boy.
So.
I play fucking quick.
No, yeah.
Don't fuck me up, dogs.
No, we going.
I had to fucking be there for tons.
Let's go, baby. We gone.
Yeah. Much love, everybody. Big up, man. And big up to my youth. Original Don Dada, man. Big up. And trust me, if you ever get a chance to see him DJ, money well spent. Best night of your life. Great DJ. Same thing, like I said before, good people make good music. Good people find good music. Good DJs create good energy in a crowd with good people. So if you find yourself in a room with him, you've already got half the journey there. At the end of the night, you'll probably be like, that was something, if you're a good person.